Hello, my name is Erika, and today is Sunday, the 5th of April, 2026. Here's the news and trending stories from the past week. Our lead story, Iran. 2 American warplanes have been shot down by the Iranians. An A-10 Warthog was hit inside Iran but managed to make it to friendly territory before ejecting. That pilot has been rescued safely. An F-15E Strike Eagle was shot down inside Iran. The 2 crew ejected and 1 was rescued immediately. However, the second was missing for nearly 36 hours before being rescued late Saturday night in a daring commando raid. During the rescue, the U.S. reportedly destroyed 2 of its own MC-130J aircraft on the ground in Iran. Videos have also emerged showing U.S. rescue aircraft making low passes in the area while taking sporadic small arms fire from the ground. The shootdown of the warplanes came despite the decimation of Iran's traditional air defenses. Reports have said that Iran has constructed a homegrown air defense grid using hundreds of linked cameras instead of radars to detect inbound U.S. and Israeli planes. President Trump reissued his 2-day ultimatum to Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or he will begin destroying the Iranian infrastructure. Talks between the countries are reported to have stalled once again. This news comes as Iran and Iraq reached an agreement to allow Iraqi oil tankers through the strait. Additionally, a French tanker is reported to have safely transited the passage. Finally, another strike occurred in the vicinity of Iran's Bushehr nuclear plant. Radiation levels are reported to be normal at the plant. Now to other global stories. Numerous Asian countries, as well as Pacific Island nations, including Australia, have begun rationing given the oil supply shock. France. Multiple suspects were arrested for planting improvised explosive devices outside a Bank of America building. There have been numerous additional threats made against other U.S. banks in France. French security forces have stepped up security around financial, religious, and other sensitive locations. Moving on to the United States. Washington, D.C. A deal has been put forward to end the shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. The department will be funded normally, with the exception of ICE, which will then be funded by the Senate during the reconciliations process. Additionally, Attorney General Pam Bondi has been ousted by Trump following dissatisfaction with her performance. Trump has not put forward a nominee to replace her. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche will fulfill her duties in the interim. At the Pentagon, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth fired both the Chief of Staff of the Army as well as the head of the Chaplain Corps. Reshuffling of leadership positions is not uncommon. However, it is considered unusual to happen during one of the most intense conflicts the U.S. has been fighting in a decade. Now to economics and finance. U.S. jobs data was released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics this week, showing the country added 178,000 jobs in March, after losing 133,000 the previous month. However, job gains were predominantly centered in healthcare and social services. Since the end of 2024, the sector has added around 855,000 jobs, while all other sectors have lost 322,000 jobs. Oil surged to $110 per barrel in the United States, following President Trump's address to the nation on Wednesday. During the address, the president did not soften his rhetoric, leading markets to assume the conflict would continue dragging on for at least several more weeks. Ending with culture and entertainment. Los Angeles. A judge dismissed 10 of the 13 claims brought by Blake Lively against fellow actor and director Justin Baldoni. The suit will continue with the limited claims of breach of contract, retaliation, and aiding and abetting retaliation. Finally, Easter is being celebrated around the world today by billions of Christians, remembering the day Jesus Christ rose from the dead. That's the news and trending stories. I'm Erika from Sunday Night Live, wishing you a happy Easter. See you on Wednesday.